Okay. This is Ray Lockwood. I'm chairman of the Cayuga County Industrial Development Authority. It's a little after 4. We are about to open the meeting to a public hearing. I will now turn it over to Tracy Vera to read into the minutes the project.
Okay, here's the fun legal stuff. GSPP 4643 12 Corners Road, LLC, for itself and/or for an entity or entities to be formed, collectively the company, has submitted an application to the agency requesting the agency's assistance with a certain project, the project, consisting of 1, the acquisition by the agency of a leasehold interest in an approximately 30-acre portion of a parcel of real property located at 4643 12 Corners Road in the town of Niles, New York. The land being more particularly described as a portion of tax parcel number 146.00-1-11 as may be subdivided. 2, the planning, design, construction, and operation of a 4.75 megawatt AC PV solar electrical generation system, including panel foundations, inverters, transformers, interconnect wiring, on and off-site utility connections, site work, landscaping, fencing, security, and related improvements, collectively the improvements. 3, the acquisition of an installation in and around the land and improvements by the company of machinery, equipment, fixtures, and other items of tangible personal property. The equipment and collectively with the land and the improvements, the facility. And 4, entering into a straight lease transaction within the meaning of the subdivision 15 of section 854 of the Act, pursuant to which the agency will retain a leasehold interest in the facility for a period of time and sublease such interest in the facility back to the company, the straight lease transaction. The agency is contemplating providing financial assistance to the company with respect to the project, collectively the financial assistance, in the forms of 1, an exemption from all state and local sales and use taxes with respect to qualifying personal property included in or incorporated into the facility or used in the construction and equipping of the facility. 2, mortgage recording tax exemptions and financings undertaken in connection with the project. And 3, a partial real property tax exemption to be memorialized in a payment in lieu of tax agreement, pilot agreement consistent with the agency's uniform tax exemption policy. Based upon the information provided by the company in its application, the project will involve an approximately $8,351,500 capital investment by the company. The agency estimates the following amounts of financial assistance to be provided to the company: sales and use tax exemption, $361,237.52, mortgage reporting tax abatement of $30,000, real property tax abatement of $1,821,681.34 for a total of $2,212,918.86. So that is the legal description of the project. It looks like, did we just have a person join by phone?
Thank you.
Are they gone?
I don't have anyone joining by phone.
No? You didn't see a caller 4 right there? Just pop in?
No.
Oh. I'm going crazy. Okay.
Okay. At this point, I will take comments. Is there anyone there in person that would like to speak?
Nope.
Okay. At this point, has there been any written or emailed comments from public?
I have not gotten anything.
Me neither.
Nothing? Okay. At this point, anyone that has called in via phone that would like to comment on this project at this point? Okay. Is anyone from the company, would they like to have a conversation about this project?
It looks like Joseph is on the phone. Yep.
Yes, this is Joe Mendelson representing Omni Navitas as well as the project company GSPP 4643 12 Corners Road LLC. The legal description of the the project and property itself kind of touched on all the points I wanted to stress. We have also continued to work with the town of Niles and received the conditional approval from the town and have gone through the seeker process as well as gone through the 239M review with the town, and we are all set there. And we do have our approval for interconnection with National Grid as well. So we're essentially all set and ready to go in terms of non-ministerial permits, and are looking forward to finishing the interactions with the Cayuga County IDA, and are open to any questions or comments from the public as well as the board.
When do you expect to start and complete this project?
We expect to start in 2021, most likely late Q1 or early Q2, and it'll roughly take about 6 months for completion, so probably beginning fall of 2021 for full completion of the project.
And how many employees will be involved in this project?
So in terms of the construction, I don't know off the top of my head. We do employ roughly 3 to 4 crews for kind of, I guess it would be classified as part-time work because it is for a shifting variant of time. 1 crew, 1 to 4 crews at a time, starting with the racking installation, which will then switch to panel installation, which will then switch to electrical. So roughly about 20 to 25 employees, I believe.
How about employment after the project's completed?
Once the project is completed, we will locally source employment for operations and maintenance throughout the lifespan of the property to, take care of the facility, make sure that it is presentable and not an eyesore for the community, as well as making sure that the facility is running properly.
There will be no employment during the operation of it.
Essentially this project is it's set up, and then once it's finished construction, the less people that will be there, the better. That means it's operating at its peak capacity. And the only times that we will need to have someone physically on site or working on it is if there needs to be either inverter changes or replacement of panels, or, like I said, roughly 3 to 5 times during the year to come down and take care of the physical growth underneath the panels and or plowing to get to the site itself.
Do you have local personnel that can do the maintenance on the equipment there?
We are figuring that out at present. We would prefer it to be someone locally within, a relatively short distance from the field itself, but at present we do not have that.
I have a couple other questions. What is conditional approval by the town?
So we have the approval from the town, and there are a couple of follow-up items that the town has requested that need to be checked off before we can pull our building permit to start construction. So they have approved the project site plan and its location, but there are a couple of minor details that the town and the project company need to work out before we can pull the building permit.
Have you reached an agreement with the town as to how you're going to fund a proposal to have this site put back in the original condition when it's no longer used? Have you reached that agreement with the town?
Yes, we have. We have set up a decommissioning plan, and we will be setting up a decommissioning bond upon request for a building permit.
I would ask Tracy, can we approve this tomorrow if the town has not reached a final agreement with this company?
Yes, I do believe we can. I think the main point for us would be the seeker, because they would still need to complete all the permitting and town approvals to actually start the project. So I think approval is fine. We just probably wouldn't close until they were at that point.
Okay, if you don't mind, I'd like you to contact the supervisor or whoever, or the town clerk, whoever is appropriate, and make sure that they're on board with us approving it tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Is there anyone there from the town, Tracy?
No.
Okay, that kind of tells you something. Have you had?
Either
clerk
they're
will
all
probably
so
be
mad
back.
they won't come, or there's no objection.
Have you had any other hearings or anything within the town prior to this hearing?
Yes, we have gone through the entire approval process, which included two separate meetings for public hearings for town public comment.
Okay. Has there been feedback, negative or positive, as to this project?
Yes,
there has been about 50-50 positive and negative.
Okay. How many people have been that?
There were four comments, I believe.
Okay. And what were the negatives?
One negative was the displacement of farmland for the 25 years. And then another one was just a comment about the question of noise coming from the array itself, which is minimal.
Yeah. Okay. Farm Bill is probably going to bring a resolution to the state annual meeting discouraging any type of these projects that would take good farmland out of production.
Who's going to bring that, Ray?
New York Farm Bureau. John Peck's bringing a resolution forward that would discourage good valuable farmland from being taken out of production for any type of either solar, wind, or whatever.
I do have to say, for this project specifically, the landowner has been working with the same farmer for, I believe, 3 decades, and they are able to relocate the portion of the array which we are, or the portion of land which we are anticipating to have this solar array on, to other portions of the landowner's land to substitute, just for your knowledge.
Okay, thank you. And what were the positive comments?
Most of the positive comments involved the New York State's initiative to get to a higher level of renewable energy, as well as their view on renewable energy within their town.
Now, and Herb has asked this at other hearings, will this power be made available at a subsidized rate to the people surrounding the array?
Yes. We have already initiated contact with the town supervisor, and throughout the public hearing process and each time that I have presented to the town, we have expressed that this will be a sign up for community solar, where it can vary from 5 to 10% of your electricity rate will be discounted.
Is there any other board members on the call? Trace, Taylor?
I think just Herb.
Has there been any further people come into the hearing or have called in at this point?
No, nobody knew.
Okay. There been no emails or texts or anything?
Nope.
Thank you. It's approximately 25 minutes after 4. I think and the best interest would be I will leave the public hearing open and adjourn the meeting, if approved, until tomorrow afternoon, and that will give anybody time to email or call in on their comments or mail, any mail that may come in. Is that acceptable to you, Tracy and Herb?
Yep, sounds good.
I support you doing that, Ray. That's a good idea.
Okay. I know we did that at the last 1 or 2 public hearings. Joe, do you have any other comments at this point?
No, I would just like to thank you for taking the time to review this application and set up the public hearing and work with us on this.
Okay, and will you be available tomorrow evening during our meeting?
Yes, I believe it's scheduled for 4 p.m. tomorrow, correct?
Yes. Yes. Yep.
Yes, I will be there.
Thank you. Tracy, do you have any other comments at this point?
Do not.
Okay.
I'll sign off and see you tomorrow, Ray.
Thank you, Herb, for your time.
Okay, bye.
Okay. See ya.
Okay, at this point, we'll leave the hearing from any comments written or public until tomorrow evening at about 4 p.m. We'll resume the meeting at that point. And at this point, I'll close the public hearing at this point until we convene tomorrow afternoon.
Great.
Right. Thank you.
We'll see you both tomorrow.
Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you.